Wf-1000xm3s. So first off, I would like to start off with the biggest flaw of these earbuds. So the biggest flaw of these earbuds is that the microphone still sucks. Sony hasn't fixed the microphone yet. They made the same mistake that they did for the WM1000xm2s, WM1000xm3s, still continued with the same bad microphones. So it's not like incredibly bad that it's unusable. You could still use it for like normal calls, but this is a big no for professional calls. So if you plan to use these headphones as an earbuds for professional calls, then I wouldn't recommend these. So now moving on to the second flaw is that if you are coming to these earbuds from a WM1000xm2s or WM1000xm3s, then if you are expecting the same feature of the support for apx HD or the Sony's high headroom LDAC Bluetooth extension, then you would be disappointed as this doesn't have it. This uses a 24-bit audio processor, not the 32-bit one that is in the WH-1000xm3s. Anyway, let us continue with uh, the good things about these earbuds is that they have pretty good battery life for a small earbud. It has 6 hours of continuous battery life with noise cancellation on. That is pretty incredible. And if you turn it off, it has around 8 hours of hours of battery life without noise cancelling. So that's one of the great features about these earbuds. And as you can see, they do come with a lot of tips. These tips are great. Like if you see the silicone ones, they have the silicone ones and the foam like ones. Personally, I prefer the silicone ones as the silicone ones give you a much better sound. The first thing is you have to find the right silicone or the foam one that fits you. And after that, once you found the right size, try to alternate between the silicone one and the foam one to find the one that works for you. Personally, I think for the foam one, the base isn't as good as the silicone one. I don't know if I'm imagining things, but it did feel like that for me. Okay, now moving on from the box. Unboxing. Here are the things you get in the box. It's the case, a USB-C connector, and 2 of the earbuds, and all the tips. So these are what comes in the package. So now that I've gotten that cleared out, let me show you the left earbud. It has a small bulge for blind people to be able to find which side it is. The right one has a red color. This makes it easier to spot, but you don't have to be brilliant to figure out which is right and left because of the shape and the way it fits. So both of these earbuds have a touchpad. The right one lets you skip songs by double tapping, and if you keep it pressed, you can call Google or Alexa, while the left one is to control your noise cancellation. So that's the basic functions in this earbuds. You cannot increase or decrease volume. Okay, that's something you have to keep in mind when getting these. If you want to increase or decrease volumes, don't get this. So, but I didn't find that a big problem. I've been using it for like 2 weeks now. I've been using it at the gym too, even though these are supposed to be not water. It has no rating for waterproofing. But I've been using it at the gym with quite intensive workouts. It never fell off. Once you put it in, it just sticks in my ear. It fits perfectly. That's why it's very important to find the right earbud that fits you. So my recommendation is for you to go try it out at the store, and once you get it, to find the one from the set that works best for you. So now you can see that the magnet is pretty good in the case. Once you put it in, it starts charging, the red light glows, and when the case runs out of charge, the red light starts to blink, showing that you need to recharge. So the case is pretty sturdy. It feels quite nice in the hands, and it won't close unless you tilt it a bit. It's got a nice snap to it. It's nice to hold. It feels strong. And like its bigger brother, the Wf-1000xm3s, I always get these names confused. They do work with the Sony headphone software that lets you control it and adjust the sound profile. Personally, I like the sound profile in these. I did go try out the Jabra and a few other earbuds at the store, but I think I personally am used to the Sony sound profile since I have quite a few of their earbuds and headphones. So I like them, but I would recommend you to go try them out. But there's also another thing that's awesome in this is it has the automatic noise cancellation adaptive sound control thing. So I usually set it to be able to hear ambient sounds while I walk or run, and total noise cancellation while sitting. That does somehow find out when you're going on a transport, and it works pretty damn good. It detected it every time when I went into a bus or a train, and the noise cancellation is really good. I didn't expect the noise cancellation to be anywhere close to the XM2s, but they are really comparable. I would say that they're so close that I wouldn't I was quite amazed when I heard it for the first time. So if you're looking for noise cancelling, I would say these are the best noise cancelling earbuds around, especially with that kind of battery life. Now the next part is that I do like to set the equalizer to the excited preset. Kind of gives a good tone to it. And all these profiles have a huge difference in the sound. Once you set them, they do sound a lot different. So you should try them all out and find the one you like and adjust it to match your liking. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about is that the the software does support many languages, and it can be set in the software. So if you have some other native language that you would like to set it to, you can easily change it in the profile in the software. So one of the other things that I wanted to say is that the best thing about these is that if you take the earbuds out, the song does pause, and it also has the same function as the WM1000xm2s, where you put your hand on your right ear cup and you can hear the exterior. It's almost the same thing here, where you put your hand on the right touchpad and you can hear the exterior. But if you pulled out your earbud, it would pause music, and it will let you hear as well. But the cool thing is that it doesn't turn the other earbud completely off. So if you take it out and put it back in the case, the other earbud will continue playing. So you could just use one ear and continue playing, and you can use the microphone in the one ear as well. So when you are at work, you could run on one earbud and then um, just turn on noise cancelling because it's pretty much useless with one earbud, and run it for 8 hours in one shot. And if it runs out, you have an extra long work day, you can just swap to the other earbud and put this back into charge. And when you're about to leave, put both in and get 90 minutes of charge in 10 minutes in your toilet break or so. Another thing that happened is that while I was taking this around, it stopped working at one point. And then I didn't know what to do. And I figured out that you could reset these earbuds by putting them back into the case and then pressing the touchpad for 20 seconds. So once you do that, you'll see the red light blinking, and this is when it'll reset. So if there's some software error and this earbuds stop working, then they really stop working. You won't even see the light when you put it back in. So don't get scared. Just put it back in and touch the touchpad for 20 seconds, and it should work. So that's one of the things I figured out over the weeks, and it's been great to use. I will be taking it for my trip abroad soon, so I want to see how it works in the flight. It doesn't have the uh, altitude meter and the pressure sensor like the Wm-1000xm3, so it should be interesting. Thanks for watching, and do like, subscribe, and comment, and hope to see you again.